that streak does mean something to you, right? I mean, that is.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to bed at night thinking or saying my prayers that no one breaks it. But it does mean a lot to me. I think someday someone will break it. You know, it will be tough.
Yeah.
And as you have to be to hold that record. Mentally, physically, you have to be tough. You have to be hard-headed. You have to be a little bit insane at times too. And so when I was hurt, it was even more of a, I don't know if a challenge to me to not just play, but just play at a high level, because, you know, people think, hey, this guy's crazy, and if he plays, he won't play. It's going to be ugly. You know, I'd never broken a bone before, which is kind of amazing, but I remember hitting it on the back of Mike Wall's shoulder pads, left guard, and I felt like a pop, but I thought I jammed it.
Okay.
Again, I'd never broken a bone, so I didn't know what that felt like. But I kept pulling on it. It's like, damn, it hurts, which probably wasn't a good thing to do. And I think the reason I played, one of the reasons I played the next week, is that I played the rest of that game. I did it like second quarter. And had I known it was broken, I probably would have come out, I think. You got a broken thumb, you know. But because when we found out after the game that it was broken, I said, I'm going to play with it. I'm going to try. And Pat McKenzie was like, well, you can't. You got a broken thumb. I said, well, I played with it yesterday. And he said, that's a good point, but you got to fix it. Let me try it with a splint. And it hurt like hell. I mean, every time I took a snap, it just, I mean, it hurt like, and every time I threw, it hurt like hell. But again, you know, I completed a pass and was like, whoa. And how, I have no idea. The splint was on, and you can see my thumb. Here's the reason they wanted to do surgery, to make it normal. Look how short my thumb is now. So I put my hands together, and my thumb, so it shrunk. Here's where the insane part comes in. I decided to play, which is insane, but I decided to play on a Monday night in Minnesota, which we had never won up to that point. And I'm thinking, you know, I got a good excuse to sit out.
Yeah.
And it just hadn't been pretty over there. We couldn't block them. I mean, it was just awful. I mean, so I'm thinking, why do you want to play with a broken thumb? You don't even know if you can throw in an environment where even when you could throw, you couldn't succeed.
Yeah.
And I decided to play, and I played with a splint on my thumb. And I had, up to that point, I would consider the best game of my career. Each and every time I got success by playing injured, it just fueled a fire.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, you can do this.
Yeah.
And not only do it when everyone thinks you can't. And that drove me.